You'd say he should be the favourite. But having said that, Alan, Joe Cullen played really well yesterday.
Yes, he played fantastic. Joe Cullen looks the real deal on occasions. Just maybe needs to have a little bit more consistency on that big TV stage in the latter part of the tournament. Gary Anderson, 2017 runner-up. 90. Legend status and CV, and the quality to achieve more.
They have a sort of a style which brings the best out of each other. Witness that. It really has started well here. There was one match between them last year. Anderson won it 6-4. Joe Cullen averaged 100 and Anderson averaged 106. And there were 12 scores in the match of 171 or more. I mean, that is about as good as it gets.
Well, that's what we want to see, and we want to see the maximums. First one to Cullen on throw, 47 after 9 darts. Terrific start from Joe.
85. You require 47.
Looking at 15, which he gets for double 16. What about that? What about that? An 11 darter to open up the match.
Well, I don't think he could have wished for anything better there, really. On throw, start of the match, relaxes you straight away.
40.
Maximum and an 11 darter. Terrific start from Cullen. And I mentioned the consistency a few moments ago, John. That's what he needs to get back into his game.
Gary recently married, of course, to Rachel, as fans will have seen. Plenty of posts on social media, lovely pictures. He was practicing this week with Ryan Searle, and I've heard whispers that he was throwing pretty well as well.
Yes, he said that early doors, because he'd been away, Ryan smacked his bottom, were his words. But once he finally got into it, he started producing some real good stuff, which is what we want to hear and the fans want to hear.
59.
Gary Anderson always has had just a lovely throwing style. When he really hits top form, he is very, very easy on the eye. Cullen's had the good start, but he's just faltered in this second leg a little. Here's the commentator's curse.
140. Gary 161.
Yes, good visit, but still behind on the Anderson throw.
58.
Lucky there, went for the either bull or 25 to leave a 2-darter.
100. Gary require 103.
Good last start. Treble 17 is looking at for double 16, just the wrong side of the wire. That's a bit unlucky.
43. Joe Uguay 108.
Oh, good chance here now.
Valiant attempt. 419 set up the double 16, so now Anderson 60 tops. Well, that's a big miss, double 10. 50. Dear me, that second dart missed by an awful long way, Alan.
Yes, I think the first one just kind of lost the momentum there. Joe makes it 2-0. Hit the big 20 and just didn't get the elevation, and it caught the flight.
So Joe getting the start that he wanted. After the match yesterday, when he played so well against Daryl Gurney, he said, well, if I can take that form into the game against Gary Anderson, well, I've got every chance. But of course, you have to take every match as it comes along, and each day is a different one. But he's made the start that he would have wanted.
Yeah, certainly has. What he did last night was play consistently well all through the match. Even at points when Daryl Gurney was putting everything at him. And if I remember, got it back to 2-2. Joe just consistently played around the 100 average all the way through the match, and that's why he eventually beat Daryl.
45.
Anderson taking a little time to settle in this match. He's only averaging 72 at this stage, which, as anybody knows, is not exactly par for the course.
99.
Those couple of darts at the double didn't do him any favours in terms of the scoreline, obviously, but just getting your teeth into the match.
And the crowd just starting to get their teeth into it as well. The atmosphere is building.
149.
Well, outside chance of a break of throw here. Not now.
140.
Good lead from Gary.
97.
This is for 3-0, John.
76 remaining. Treble 20 would leave double 8. He's coming down though. And double 19 again now. Well, it's one way of going for it, and he nearly pulled it off.
He nearly did, and the angle of that first dart in the double 19 was perfect for him, really.
That had to go and did.
Although it's Gary to throw first.
Anderson breaks back. And as they say, game on. Valiant attempt though, wasn't it?
Well, he knew in his mind that he's not going to come back to the board. So if he hit the first double 19, you leave the bed open, which he did.
85.
Maybe just put too much effort into the third dart and it just went just above. If he'd have hit the dart, I'm sure it would have gone in.
93. Oh, 134.
Joe Cullen's best performance in the Masters was when he got to the last 8 in 2019, lost on that occasion to James Wade. James in action later on this afternoon against Dave Chisnell. Chizzy threw well yesterday.
81.
He certainly did. There was 3 or 4 really good performances last night. Has to move, surely.
170.
It's not a bad move.
Crowd loved that one.
Well, instead of going for the treble 19, which people may have thought,
142.
if he'd have hit a single 25, it still would have left a finish.
Double 14.
140.
What a great attempt at an exquisite checkout.
A lot of players going for 2 doubles, but
56.
Gary went for the treble 20 and just couldn't get it over the top.
And Cullen gets an immediate break back. And so has the cushion once more. And looking to hold throw to the first interval for a 4-1 advantage. Remember, it's a race to 10.
21.
But a great start by Joe Cullen.
Yes, 4-1's a terrific advantage at this stage.
126.
But if Gary can dig deep here, get it to 3-2, we're back on throw. So it just shows you how important this leg is, John, before the break.
I'm here for John McDonald. He does have a little group of followers, you know.
140.
Charismatic sort of chap that he is.
He lights up the room.
140.
Never short of an anecdote.
Or 10.
140.
This match is warming up now. Anderson's starting to get into the swing of things. How about this? He needs a single here.
140.
Perfect.
Oh, 95 for Gary Anderson.
95.
Gave himself the chance with that last visit.
Tops needed.
55.
Oh, I think he thought he got that when it left his hand. And now Joe Cullen for 4-1. And he gets it. That is the dart he wanted. Punishes Gary Anderson. And the Scotsman is under real pressure here. Averaging nearly 101. And leading Gary Anderson 4-1, which is just the start, Alan, that he'd have hoped for.
Gary to throw first.
Yes, he started the match really well, didn't he, with a maximum and 11 darter. Gary looked like just in the middle there, like he was just getting his teeth into the match. But that one dart at double top, which evaded him, could be costly.
134.
Joe is a great front runner. There's always been one or two little niggles about his B game, Joe Cullen, but when he's on form, when he's on song and on top in a match, he can look mighty impressive.
Yeah, certainly over the last couple of years on the Pro Tour,
21.
Players' Championships and European Tour events, has shown some real class and taken quite a few titles as well.
96.
And Gary's got to dig in here. Never won this tournament in 7 attempts. Gary Anderson got to the final in 2017 when he lost out to Michael van Gerwen, 11-7.
Monster averages, if I remember, from both.
There were, yeah, you're right.
151.
You sense that Anderson badly needs to win this leg. And Cullen poised on 56. Needs treble 20 for a bullseye and can't find it, so great opportunity for Cullen here for another break.
56.
Yes, all going his way at the moment, but you've got to keep the concentration, the focus and the direction.
It's Joe to throw first. Game.
Good dart there from Cullen. Moves on to the next leg, looking good at this moment in time at 5-1, John.
Yeah, absolutely. First to 10. And Joe,
60.
he's not exactly... Well, he won't be counting his chickens yet, but he's certainly seized a sizable advantage.
85.
And we need a little bit of vintage magic from the Flying Scotsman.
96.
Yes, he's certainly very well capable, as we know, having that purple patch for 4 or 5 legs, isn't he? Just lost his direction a little bit in the last couple of legs.
He's chuntering onto himself as well, looking accusingly at the board and the darts.
97.
Such a determined character, though, isn't he?
He needs a big visit.
100.
Needs to start narrowing the gap, Gary Anderson. Doesn't want to be seeing Cullen disappearing over the horizon.
93.
Yet to hit a maximum, Gary.
57.
Normally a big part of his armoury.
Finding it hard here to treble at the moment, never mind a maximum. Cullen just resetting there. Is he going for 18s here, or is he looking down? He gets a treble 19.
Good thinking there. Off the 2-darter.
95.
So this is for 6-1. 19 followed by tops. 2 darts in hand. Beautifully done. His checkouts so impressive. 6 out of 9. That equates to 67%.
Yes, and most of those have come in the last 3 or 4 legs, haven't they? Where he's hit the double at the first attempt.
Something going on in the crowd. I'd love to tell you what it is, but I can't quite see from where I'm commentating.
They're certainly having fun.
Yeah, might be something to do with rapid consumption of a pint. I don't know.
134.
I've heard those sort of things can happen in darts audiences.
Certainly here for the party atmosphere and world-class sport. 2 sessions today.
83.
Saturday at the Masters.
2 sessions in one day.
100.
Quite a few in fancy dress as well today.
100.
That's more like it, Gary. His first.
67.
Treble 19 would leave the bullseye. It's on. It's taken! Magnificent darts!
Well, outstanding from Joe Cullen. He's looked good always. We've got some great acknowledgement there from Gary Anderson, who just hit his first maximum.
Game.
What a finish. And there you can see acknowledgement from the great Gary Anderson.
He knows that that was quality. Joe Cullen boosting his average over 101. Make that 102. And 7 out of 10 on double attempts.
60.
Yes, we mentioned about last night's performance at the start of the show, John, and it was such a good performance last night. He really needs to replicate that, so we put him in good stead for the rest of the tournament, which is one of the things we've said about his game, is the consistency on TV stages.
Well, he's finding it today. Beautiful cover shots once more from Cullen. And Gary Anderson right now is finding it very, very difficult to crack this man. And he's starting to beat himself up. It's not happening. Double 14. Oh my goodness. This is sensational.
Well, we've got some quality on today, and none better at this moment in time than Joe Cullen. A 142, a 167 in the previous leg, 104.5 average.
134.
I don't think Ned Bolting's going to be struggling for things to talk to Joe Cullen about, is he?
He may be a while.
60.
Yeah, unbelievable at the moment.
Break at the end of this leg.
Oh, he's relentless at the moment.
140.
This is fabulous darts. Producing the darts of the tournament so far, Joe Cullen.
93.
Anderson's in a different parish.
$112.
Good recovery there. Gary needs all three, really. There we go.
Well nominated, Alan. 65 needed. Bullseye. Oh, yes! Sensational darts!
Unbelievable!
Unbelievable! Brilliant darts from Joe Cullen. He is playing as well as I've ever seen him. Leading Gary Anderson now 9-1, needing one more leg. He had a 167, a 142, and then that 115 bull, 15 bull. What about that, Alan?
Absolutely finishing of the highest quality from Joe Cullen. Even before those three magnificent finishes, he was playing one of the games of his life, really. Still averaging over 100, and then to produce that 167, the 142, and especially the 115 with two bullseyes. Incredible darts from Joe Cullen.
23.
He really has played exceptionally this afternoon. Keeps on like this, he can win this thing, never mind this match. Reminder, if he does get through, the winner of this would play Michael van Gerwen or Luke Humphries in the quarterfinals tomorrow.
134.
Yeah, look at those averages there from Joe Cullen, 107 at the moment.
Gary Anderson must feel as though he's on the
140.
foothills of Everest here, looking at this match.
Well, sometimes in a match when things aren't going your way and you're not really playing your best at that moment, but your opponent's hitting absolutely everything, it's very difficult to really dig in. His game has improved as the game went on, but the chances have been so limited because of the finishing of Joe Cullen.
Well, this is for the match. 149, can't do it this time, so Anderson with just a little glimmer of a hope here. 161 to keep it alive, but Cullen's poised. Wrong side of the wire. So Cullen comes back. That's put some pressure on it, but now 52 for the match. Double 16.
Game shot.
Joe Cullen this afternoon has been quite exceptional.